So, a United Healthcare CEO was murdered in cold blood in New York City. We can all be adults here. No one obviously endorses cold-blooded murder, but it doesn't mean that I had to feel sorry for the guy. This guy, how many cancer treatments have you denied? How many medical bankruptcies have people had to suffer because of your actions? And United Healthcare is notorious for denying people's claims. People should not go bankrupt or find themselves in the choice between it's either my medication I need to live or my house. That is commonplace in the United States, and that is not how it's supposed to go. You shouldn't work your entire life, and then just because of a health issue, you end up getting screwed over in the end. But that's the American dream, apparently. Work your ass off your whole life. Let's see if you even make it to retirement, and then if you, God forbid, have an issue, we're going to do everything we can to deny you your care. They found on the shell casing saying deny, defend, depose. These are all things that are notorious MOs of the healthcare system. So obviously someone's trying to send a message, and I hope they find this guy, because if they find it, I hope it goes to a jury trial. And I hope people on that jury look at their own healthcare situations, and maybe they had a loved one who suffered because of this. I would accept any outcome that comes of a trial. I think it would be really interesting to see how the media decides to cover it, because we're going to have the woe stories and the sad stories about this guy and how he left behind a family. Well, how many family members were left behind who couldn't get care because of this system? How many people are victims of Healthcare United directly? We don't hear their stories, but we're going to see this guy's story. And you can already see the online reaction to this. Are you really surprised people are so fed up with the United States healthcare system, they don't even care? They literally have laughing emojis of this guy being shot in cold blood. That's kind of messed up, but I understand the sentiment. And this is all to blame on the politicians and all the bribes they take because of the healthcare insurance industry. They want to keep things the way they are, even though a lot of these people have public funded healthcare if it comes to our Congress members. But when it comes to the American people, they can't get a public option. They can't get healthcare for everybody. They can't afford any of these things, but we can afford to send bombs to Ukraine. We can afford to send bombs to Israel, but you can't take care of our own people. The American people know that this is bullshit. Oh, how dare I make it political? Well, there's a political meaning in all of this, because he is obviously motivated. If they find the guy, the healthcare system wronged him in some way and pissed him off. I want to hear his story. What would make you go to those levels of violence? Because you feel that you were unheard. You feel that no matter what you do, you're going to get screwed over in the American healthcare system. And he's like, I'm fed up, so I'm going to do something horrible like this. Doesn't mean you endorse it. Doesn't mean that you like it. It just means that, hey, maybe there's an actual underlying issue here. Maybe we should work to change this system. Maybe we should try to give health care to our citizens so they don't have to worry about bankruptcy if they get sick. This is just the human in me being like, wow, let's look at what actually motivated this guy and why he would do something like this. But you're just going to have the mainstream media have woe stories about this guy who was shot, being like, oh, he's such a nice guy, he was a good dude, everyone, his friends loved him, all these things. And you're not going to hear about those stories of the people he screwed over.